massive march in Poland for LGBTQ plus rights places the spotlight on an EU showdown. On Saturday, the city of Gdansk, Poland, held their 7th annual Equality March, celebrating this year's theme of We Have the Power. About 7,500 people showed up for the march, according to police. The conservative government of Poland has been using the fight against LGBTQ plus ideology as a political platform in recent years, making the Equality March more important than ever. Attendee Sabina Joeck said, quote, "It's very difficult to be queer in Poland. It's so nice to find a place where you can be yourself," end quote. And you know, Gdansk has been the site of another major world-changing movement as well. That's where solidarity and the anti-communist movement really was able to pick up traction in the late 1970s and the early 1980s. So this is a place where seeds can be planted and seeds can grow, and I truly hope they do.
And every year, every time I see a story like this, I used to think in the past, wow, that must be so great to feel like that you have that power in community. But more and more now, when I see stories like this, I think, damn, like here in the United States with everything that's going on against the attacks on our community,
Yes.
we need to start looking like our solidarity as a movement that's just as important. And,
Exactly.
No, because 7,500 people is a lot of people. Okay, let's think about
It's
the
a lot of
bravery
people.
that it took for those 7,500 people to go and march for their true authenticity, basically. You know, I mean, it's crazy. We have rallies here that we can't get 100 people to.
Exactly. We can't even get 50 people sometimes.
And this is Florida, where they're coming at us.
Yeah.
They're coming
Hard.
for us, people.
Yes.
And there are some rallies that we can't get 100 people to. And in Poland, where it's way harder to be LGBTQ plus than it is to be here, they're going out in robes and showing, look, we will not be silenced. We do exist. Here we are.
I think it's because to a degree we take that ability for granted. Like we can be open in certain areas of America. I mean, it's not say everywhere in America,
Right.
but within the majority of America, we can be open about who we are, who we love, and express ourselves. And we take that for granted. And I even put that to, and this is me as a woman of color saying that a lot of times people of color take for granted certain things that our ancestors fought for, that even our grandparents fought for, our parents fought for, the right to education. And the fact that we as queer people aren't really taking that mantle as a whole and running with it and being like, we are not okay with this, we're going to fight, we're going to resist, we are going to make a difference, we're going to revolt against you, that's a problem for us.
Yes,
and we need to figure out how to come together as a single community. And not just as lesbians, as gay men, as trans people, no, as one community, not separate blocks.
And that'll be the only way that we're actually listened, you know? That really is. It really is the only way.
And,
only way
can I just say something? That this story makes where we are tonight especially poignant.
Absolutely.
We are at the Galleria Mall
Yes, we
in
are.
Fort Lauderdale with the I Am What I Am history event put on by History Fort Lauderdale,
Yes,
right?
it
Right,
is.
Faye?
Yes, and it's wonderful because it's spotlighting the drag pioneers. If you were in Miami in the 90s, you saw these women. And our own Kitty Meow is actually hosting the event.
Yes,
But some
she
of the women that are getting this light put on them are so deserving. All right, your mom's one of the people that's being
Miss Tiffany
spotlighted.
Ariaga.
I mean,
That's mama right
Electra's in the house, Daisy Dead Petals. If you look up to a queen, there's a big chance that she's here today. You know,
Exactly.
and they were being silenced back then. Okay, and here we are years later feeling like we're taking steps back in the process. So I love exactly where we're at today, and I love everything that History Fort Lauderdale does for our community. So thank you for that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure